Hello, everybody. We are live. It is Friday, casual Friday at the Sand and Sea tournament. Welcome. Starting off, this is the first game in our three-game set tonight, and with me at the caster death, desk,
Dance,
death,
dance.
depending. I got Pyroblitz and Maladorn joining me. How are you gents doing tonight?
Doing good. How about you guys?
I'm feeling extremely apologetic about the lack of enunciation of our primary caster, but otherwise, I am performing within acceptable parameters.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So gonna read off the list of players that we've got. We've got a lot of heavy hitters in this opening match, so I'm really excited to see what happens. We've got in the top lane on blue side, 360 Hentai. Jungle's got King Kublai. Mid is Kyoto's Cloud. ADC Halo. Bot or support High Noon support. Red side top lane
We're
Exodus.
starting.
Meguwang Jungle. Kishmak mid. Freestyles ADC and Leaf in support. Out of the gate, the top laners' signature picks of Aatrox and Riven are taken off the table. Leaf is not getting Leona. Kyoto's not getting his Aurelia. Thing with all these power players, you know all of their top picks, so everybody's really keenly aware of who to ban out. So,
I don't think Hentai is getting that ribbon ever again. Not after
no,
that.
no,
I think
no,
it's sort
thank
of
you.
like with
Yeah,
freaking Subzone as Darius. Like people just ban it just if they don't have anything else specifically. But I am interested in that Draven. Is that against Halo?
freestyles.
Freestyles.
Freestyle. Sorry,
Yes,
freestyles.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That Draven is just insane, and Kublai's Rumble also off the table. Halo gets the Ash pick, which I think is also a shared pick with Freestyles too.
Yep.
And Ash is also a signature pick for Halo. That's one of his primaries.
Yeah, a lot of overlap between the two marksmen we've got here. So, and really close skill levels too. I just always love seeing them duke it out. It's fun.
Ash is a very difficult. Ooh, Ezreal. Ash is a very difficult ADC to deal with in lane because she has so much utility. She's hard to gank because of her hawk shot, a lot of early power, super long range, and a game changing ultimate.
Hmm.
Um, about the only thing she lacks is that late game. She's not a Vayne or a Caitlyn or something like that. That's just going to
Yeah,
give you the team, but a lot of utility often makes up for that.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, and we got
Leaf getting
Thresh.
a hook champ.
Yeah. So Leaf does get the hook champ still. Not gonna have Leona, but gonna get Thresh. I love Thresh. Leo's probably a little bit stronger on the hard engages, but Thresh is still like rock solid hook support. A lot of aggression in lane.
I'm kind of Nautilus is a really good answer to that. I'm really have some concerns about the bot lane on freestyling. If it gets the late game and all things are equal, they're going to be more powerful. But the laning phase against an Ashe Nautilus is an Ezreal Thresh. I would not want to be in the Thresh's shoes.
No,
Um,
yeah, yeah, because
it's
even though Thresh does have a slight advantage in the straight 1v1 against Nautilus, Ezreal's not like Ezreal's all in is super conditional and it's super contingent on like the timing of things. Like, did he just get a Sheen? Cool. Is he on just one item and Ashe on one item? Not as cool. Um, and both junglers are locked in. Maggie Wong, his signature pick of Troll, of Troll, of Trundle, and Lee Sin for King Kublai. Azir gets taken away. I haven't seen Kyoto playing Azir much lately.
I think I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, jeez. Okay. So Cassiopeia is not enough for him. He's got to pick up more AP
Hypercarry, yes,
carries.
yes.
Yeah. And Seraphine taken away from Kishmak. No fear for Hentai.
I'm shocked that Cassio got left on the board and they took out Azir.
Hmm.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about the Cassio for sure. And Exodus gets loses his Alawi, so he still does have the counter pick being on red side. So it's a matter of if they want to give top or mid counter pick. So um,
I almost guarantee you they give it to top, and I would bet that Quiche Matt gets something like a Cassin. And if that's the case, they probably left the Cassiopeia on the table on purpose.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Or
his Yone, I forgot. Yeah,
oh,
he's got a
oh
really good Yone.
no,
Yeah.
that is not. Why would they do that? They've either Exodus is planning to go AP top, or they have really hard committed to 80 damage, which is very very bad
Hmm.
in a game like this.
Yeah.
because you have a Nautilus and now you have a set. And
Mhm.
at least Lee Sin can build Death's Dance. Nautilus can build all sorts of armor. Set can go full tank.
Mhm.
Um, I am really surprised by that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and I think it was he was trying to do it in preparation for Kyoto getting in Cassio. Yeah.
Is
Because as Yon can kill Cassio, but like you said, like going all AD, like boxing yourself in. Oh, the Kennen.
there's the AP.
All right, so Hentai is not the only Kennen player in this tournament. We're gonna see the little lightning gerbil blow people up, piloted by Exodus, hopefully. Yeah, yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, that was about the only AP top laner I could think of right now that was left because Rumble's taken off the table. I don't think he plays Vladimir. Um, but yeah,
Victor.
Victor. Man, Victor top, man. A relic of the past, never again. Um, oh, Super Saiyan did mention that they didn't ban the Jarvan too, and I
Yep.
think those are the two picks I think that would have left King Kublai because he does favor Jarvan for sure. Um, but I think with the Lee Sin, you get a little bit of disengage. Um, also, Lee Sin's really he's pretty hard to fend off a gank with Thresh. Just because like he's like flying all over the place and it's hard to like get your hook. The only thing you could do like safely is like you can flay him out of his follow up to his sonic wave. Um, but Lee Sin's a really hard champ to land a hook on, so we'll see. And Jarvan you can flay out immediately. His engage is like way more obvious. Um, so
So you think they adjusted when they saw the Thresh pick?
I think so, yeah, yeah. Because if I was trying to gank bot, I would go Lee Sin instead of Jarvan against the Thresh specifically, just because the Flay, he's safe for like the first 5 levels, and you can Lantern out of a Cataclysm if you really need to. Um, Lee's just really annoying to like, just he's really
No,
hard to deal with.
the one thing I'll definitely give the cons the advantage in is their initiation in CC is a lot more um, flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
the freestyling team, you've got Yone, you've got Trundle Pillar, you've got Yone Ultimate, and sort of his little dash engage thing, um, and then the Thresh Hook. But
Mm-hmm.
all of those are not like the easiest thing to land in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Whereas on the other side, you've got the Ashlows, you got the Ash Ultimate, you got the Nautilus Hook, you got the Nautilus Ultimate, you got the Lee Sin Engage and Kick, you've got the Set Run In, and you've got the Cassio Hard Stun or Slow, depending on if you're facing her or not.
Mm-hmm.
That is a terrifying amount of CC.
Yeah.
And against a Cassio, yeah, Yone 1v1 can kind of go at her. But imagine if you've got a Yone Trundle and Kinnan coming at you and you're Cassio and your ulta. You're gonna, scream at them,
Mm-hmm.
make them go gold, reset the fight, scurry away. The Ash arrow is going to come flying in. And then by the time that they are unfrozen from the ultimate, they have this meat wall in front of them. And then they're going to probably be at like half health by that point. And the question is going to be whether or not they can still force the engage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in fairness, the cons have to play that correct. I do not see any particular weaknesses early versus late. Although in terms of invade, I would definitely give the cons the advantage if they wanted to push it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like if I were looking at just like team fight on paper, like blue side hands down is just like fantastic. Like so much AoE, you've got a great mix of engage and disengage, and their backline's like super hard to reach. Like there's so much displacement. Like Lee Sin can kick you away from the line, like Set can pile drive you away from the line. Like you just gotta get walk through Nautilus CC, Cassiopeia grounding, Ash slows. Like it's just for a non-mobile backline, like they have surprising like quote unquote evasion. They're just hard to reach. And the Trundle Pillar, it's pretty nice for like isolating targets typically. But yeah, like you outlined before, like there's a storm that you've got to weather to get through, and Cassio tears up front lines if Kyoto can get scaling. Um, so I think they got to be really careful. Play very like Freestyle's team has got to play very carefully around the mid lane because Kyoto has been able to capitalize on a couple of like busted ganks where he comes out and like he's got 3 kills, 4 kills in the first 10 minutes, and like Cassio will roll the game. Like it's she's on the path already if she gets kills that early. So um,
I suspect we're going to see Exodus go Hextech on Kinnan, and he's basically just going to Hextech Flash. Just if they try to engage.
mhm.
On the flip side, they could be patient and try to wait it out, because on the flip side of the heart of the amount of CC and lockdown and stuff that um, the cons have, on the flip side, freestyling with Ezreal in particular has some pretty scary poke.
Mhm.
If that Ezreal keeps scaling. So and on the side of King Kublai, they don't have any poke. They have the Ash W, and that's about it.
Yeah. That.
Um, so and they can't really engage on freestyling teams either, because if they try to engage, Exodus is just gonna Hex Tech in and freeze everybody with his ultimate. So it's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Yeah. That.
But yeah, but in terms of just straight up team fighting, I would definitely want to be on King Kublai's team.
Yeah, I agree. But I do, yeah, I do think that's an important insight to take away is that once Freestyles does get to like that critical like third item on Ezreal, his poke is going to sting really, really hard, especially in the likes of like face-offs. Nautilus isn't too worried about that, but Ashe and Cassio, like they have to. I mean, they're going to kind of have to step up with the poke, and Ezreal outranges them both with his arcane shots. So yeah, it's and the ranged engage on Kublai's side is the Ashe arrow or the Nautilus hook. Both of which Ezreal could potentially cleanse. I think Freestyles is going to go for cleanse here and then just flash out. Um, but yeah, I think it's going to be yeah, engages are going to be tough, but when they happen, like stuff is going to explode and people are going to die so fast. And let's get to the loading screen. There we go. Um, let's see. Also, fun fact: High Noon support is typically the lane partner of Freestyles. They're longtime buddies and stuff, so we'll get to see the support versus ADC. I always like facing off against my former ADC so that I can like clearly define who was the one carrying the lane. But I guess we'll find out for this game who's carrying the High Noon or Freestyles.
You narc. Selling out your ADC partners.
My
We hear it.
partner's he's pew pew. He talks so much shit. I have to talk shit back at him.
We heard it. Everyone. Josh, the Sand support, sells
Mhm.
out his ADCs if he goes against.
And another betrayal too. King Kublai was former teammates with Exodus. They're both on Team Shogun, the team that won our championship in the last invitational tournament that we had.
Was
So
Mag-
yeah, yeah.
oh, wait,
So
was Magni on Bash's team, or was
he
he
was
a
a
share?
Sharks. He was on the Sharks. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, so Maggie Wong was on the second place team. And yeah, so we'll get to see if Kublai can take advantage of his extra knowledge of Exodus's top lane's behaviors. And loading
It's the fun
in.
thing about this format is being able to play against your former teammates and
Hmm.
just yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's you have a yeah. It's a different You have when you have like a that much more respect for your opponent, like just like winning and doing well against them feels really good. Um, so flashing moving pings. So both teams do have hook champs, but like Pyro said, like the edge would go to the Kublai Khans for this level 1 invade, just on account of the Ashe and the Nautilus for sure. Um, but yeah, red team is in position. I'm at 42 seconds, 43.
46. Oh, ooh, I need to bump it.
Okay.
I'm actually really surprised that Red set up like that.
Yeah.
56, 57.
Perfect. We
Okay.
are synced up, sir.
Synced up the watches.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for Kublai to drop the ward into the pixel bush. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, good discipline from Kublai, not stepping up to get a ward in that bush and get hooked. So, and Magiwang is gonna spot two in the tri bush. So,
Yeah, that tells them that King Kublai starting red side.
yeah, without having to risk. That's a smart word. Yeah, you're right. Let's sound down just a little bit.
Hentai is staying way back.
Oh yeah, he's respecting that poke a lot. Yeah, that he is. Yeah, my exit start off with the Shuriken, so. But I think yeah, if Hentai knows the Kennen matchup, because obviously Hentai plays Kennen, and I think he will be able to avoid a little bit of the extra damage that Kennen can get cheat in with that empowered auto attack every 3 moves he's got. So, got the level 2. Hainan supports angling for a hook, but both sides have level 2 in the bot lane, so no aggression here. Hainan can't really hook into the Thresh, because the Thresh can just flame out of the hook, and then Hainan is kind of stuck. Yeah. Ooh, but Magiwang's here in mid lane. Kyoto's got to flash out. The pillar comes down. Nothing to do there, but King Kublai is here to help. Ooh, the snapback happens. Ooh, shit. Magiwang is caught way too far without Kishmak's help. Kublai flashes over. Easy first blood over to Kublai.
That was definitely some over-aggression. The moment that Yone flashed back, he should have run because Cassia should have just turned on him.
Mm-hmm.
Even without the Lee Sin. And now Lee Sin's up in his jungle taking his red as well. Like, that is big for King Kublai.
That sure is, yeah. Kishmak gets a knock-up on the Kyoto. Drops a lot of damage before snapping back, so nice play there. Hainan gets a... Oh my gosh, Yosuke's all the way. Leafus just gets exploded. The Ignite Nautilus empowered auto attack, that was it, so... Yeah.
As I said, in that lane, I would not want to be on Thresh's side.
Man, I stand corrected, yeah.
Ash Nautilus just has so much flows, engage, lockdown that they can just break down. And Thresh is not a tank early game. He does not have anywhere near the resistances that a Nautilus will.
Yeah, because he needs to get his stacks up to actually get any armor. He also died too before even being able to proc Aftershock, I think. I think he just got blown up in that stun duration. Not that Aftershock would have made a difference, but yeah, it just goes to show how quickly he can get burned down without any real tank stats. Let's see.
CC is king, my friend.
CC is king, absolutely. And Hentai did go with the Dorn Shield start, which is really smart against a range matchup like Kennen, who's going to constantly be harassing him. Kishmak also did it the Dorn Shield start too. Halo's got some slows onto the Leaf. Kublai is getting in range. He's going to look for a Sonic Wave. Nope, it's going to turn around. Too many minions to really force a fight here, and it's going to take way too long to get somebody down, so... Kublai's going to think better of it, although he will hang out if they get too close.
Lane is in a really good spot for freestyle for Kublai's team. And freestyle, and they want to push it into the tower because if they don't, it's going to freeze there.
Yeah, and you'll see Halo's doing his best to he's thinning the wave out to make sure that the wave does not crash into the tower. And so this freeze is going to hold as long as Halo can maintain it, but it's a really good wave control by him to make sure that wave is just a really uncomfortable spot. Like, it's not fun to stand that far up against the Lee Sin.
Set is managing to get it shoved in, so Kennen's not able to freeze it, but the CS advantage on Exodus' side is pretty massive at this point.
Ooh, 32-17, that is right, yeah. Yeah, we'll see if he could recoup some of that after he gets some tank stats, but yeah, that CS lead will probably grow over time. The thing with Kennen too, though, is that his auto attack range is really annoying, but it's not as long range as a Kennen. So there is a chance with a little bit of speed to get to him. It's a really delicate balance. Oh, Leaf stepped up. Oh, this looks like a bait though. The flay's not going to go through. Pillar's going to slow 2 of them down though. No hook to be had. They're just going to kind of drift away. And Leaf's got to be careful. He does get hooked back in, though. High Noon locks him down, gets the Ignite. Leaf flashes, does not matter, though. There's a TP2. Hentai is here. lands a head crack into Maggie Wong. There's no way out for Maggie Wong. Kills go over to Hentai. Make sure that he gets some gold back for that TP he spent. So
I actually, I'm gonna look some up real quick because something's not tracking with me.
Oh, and after that play too, Kublai is ready to take the dragon.
Yeah, he has only played one game of Thresh this entire season. In 20, and he had okay. I would like to know why they picked Thresh. He does not play that champion, and
I think Kublai might be going for an invade here. Does not get the the blue buff. He's gonna get hooked for his trouble though. Leaf goes over, and Kublai finds himself behind a pillar too. Gets flayed away from the bomb plant. Kishmak might collect this kill. Kublai's over the wall. Ulti does not carry Kishmak over, but Maggie Wong is gonna try to run Kublai down. Kublai's gonna try to lead him on a chase.
He's gotta get that execute. We're gonna
Has it
see
been enough
it.
time? I think he needs 15 seconds.
And I know he needs longer, but we've seen a lot of people try and go for the back.
Yeah,
he's just he's gonna risk it.
Oh!
Oh!
That had to be like seconds away. Man, that was way close.
It was that pause where getting his footing right at the steps there. He's like, it's been enough.
Wait, why is Kublai saying that? He thought Thresh was bad. Wrong Thresh.
Wrong Thresh. Yeah.
Are you saying they all look alike? What are you talking about?
Somebody needs. We're gonna have to clip that.
Oh man,
Wrong
that's
Thresh.
really good. Yeah, please.
All Thrushes are passion. Do you have that open?
I do. Yeah. That did catch. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
Good.
Man. Yeah, the TP did cost Exodus, or not Exodus, Hentai a lot of time, so he's looking like he's almost down 20 CS in the top lane, but he did get a kill, so it's not a complete wash.
No, that was a great game.
Yeah, it was super helpful, because it did also secure Dragon for them too. I think, yeah, and to go back to your original point, Pyro, about Leaf on Thresh, he has played, so yeah, he has only played one ranked game on Thresh. His performance, though, has been pretty good on the Thresh games he's played, because I think there's, Leaf is one of the higher ranked supports that we've got, but Hainan support is also just as high ranked as he is. So I think that it might have been a case of like just Leaf kind of beating up on less experienced supports with his Thresh games.
I kind of feel like, nice man.
Ooh, Maggie just walks up and steals the Rift Herald. Flashes into a 1v3. He's trying to get to Kishmak. Kishmak gets the ultimate, but Kublai kills Maggie Wong in the process of it. Exodus is here with a slicing Maelstrom. They're stunned up. Kishmak is looking for more damage. Exodus can hang out too.
Why did he run away from Exodus?
Yeah, I think Kishmak might have been calling, because Kishmak might have been... I don't know, yeah, like, it was kind of awkward. Like, they're coming from both opposite angles, so...
Well, you flashed away from Exodus, and if you went into Exodus, he could have immediately ulted and saved you, if nothing else. So I'm not certain what the...
Yeah, I think the idea was, like, if I kept them running in a straight line towards Kishmak can ult them back towards Exodus, but heat of the moment, you're like just flashing your glimpses at the map and like, yeah.
Well, he did steal away the...
Yeah, he got the Rift Herald.
He got the Herald.
Yeah, so that's definitely big.
Yeah, that is huge. And his CS is keeping up with Kublai despite being down like a couple of kills. So he's definitely not out of the game and still having some presence in this early game.
Kublai's got like 700 more golds. Not huge.
And Trundle does scale better than Lee Sin, so...
Yeah, that's true. Kishmak and Maggie Wong both know Kublai's there. Hentai gets to crash in a pretty good wave.
Now, just from farming alone, Freestyles has managed to give himself a bounty.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 98 CS at 11 minutes, so really good CS per minute. Also, like, I feel like that's not super easy to do on Ezreal early game. Especially against the Ashe Nautilus when a lot of ganks are heading your way too, so yeah, huge props to... Oop, Hentai going for the head crack though, but Exodus just lightning rushes his way out, because that's Kennen style stuff to do. Leaf gets a hook on the High Noon. High Noon does not have Aftershock anymore, but just going to walk it out. They've got a lot of members in this South River. Kublai's working on the Fire Dragon right now. Red team might fancy a collapse here, but it's going to come from different angles, though. They're not going to be able to get the front-to-back fight like they might need. But the hook does land onto Halo, though. The fight is on. We've got the 4v4. Thresh ultimate goes down. Kennen TP's in. Hentai doesn't have TP yet for another second, though. There is a... Oh, my gosh. Kishmak goes down, but Exodus is there with a slicing Maelstrom. Gets the kill on the Halo. Kyoto's Cloud gets a 2-man stun. He's lighting up Freestyles with that Twin Fangs. Maggie Wong's trying to chase High Noon support under a turret. High Noon support hooks him back into turret range. Hentai head cracks him for the finish. Exodus gets his Exodus mini suplex, the smallest suplex ever by Hentai. Gets the double kill. Right. Man.
That was just BMing.
Oh, yeah.
That, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Man.
I'm a little... I know I said at the beginning, the Blues team comp is just much easier to pull off. There's less sophistication to how you have to arrange it.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen Kishmak on Yasuo. Because that level of maneuverability and
Hook on a King Kublai. Don't think there's... Oh, Kishmak's going to dive on in. Snapback pulls him away. Halo's here, though. He gets a slow. Flashes over from Maggie Wong. Nice play by Halo. Gets the perma-stun, though, and he's almost in range. The volley finishes off Leaf. Halo is just a master with this Ashe. Yeah, he's making this Ashe look easy to play.
If Kishmak sticks around...
Yeah, gotta be careful. Nice moves by King Kublai. Try to get a Sonic Wave into Kishmak. Freestyles is landing poke, but he's just got his own... Jeez. So
they want this tower.
Yeah, they do want this tower. I don't know if they get it, though. Yeah. Too much wave clear. Freestyle is doing a great job keeping the minions down.
They don't need to push for it.
No.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh. So there's a split-up fight. 2v2 on one side, 2v2 on the other side. Maggie Wong is rushing in. Kublai goes in after the Sonic Wave, but there's 3 on him, though. He's so low. Gets a heal from Halo. Halo's free-firing over the wall. There's no response to be had. He's just laying down auto attack after auto attack. Kyoto Cloud bashes in, though. Freestyle's right in his face. Stuns up Freestyles. Freestyles is knocked up. So much CC from the Cassio Nautilus combo. Shutdown goes over to High Noon.
How many times are people going to let him have Cassiopeia?
I question the Azir. They might have seen that he was playing it recently.
I'll be honest, I think I would rather face Kyoto's Aurelia any day of the week than Cassie.
I think so, yeah.
She's a fantastic champ, fucking teamfight champ. Like, lets you actually play, like, front to back and deal with those dash champs, man. Like,
the biggest difference between Cassiopeia and Aurelia in my mind is Aurelia doesn't have much in the way of getting away. If she dives in, she's either going to destroy your entire team or she's just going to die.
Yeah.
With Cassiopeia, you have so much flexibility with that ground, with that ultimate, but you're still rewarded for that level of aggressive play too.
Yeah.
Especially when you're paired with a team that has this much CC.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got a bush gank here. Exodus is looking up for the slicing maelstrom. Only gets 1, gets 2. He's gonna get suplex backwards though. Gets a gigantic shield though. Maggie Wong, King Kublai. Oh my god, Exodus went down, so Maggie Wong is running for the hills. But Kublai and Hentai are both really fast. Lands the Sonic Wave, flies over the wall. Maggie Wong chomps him, puts the subjugate down. Not gonna be enough though. Hentai is here to help. easy kill over to King Kublai. But yeah.
On the subject of Cassio, like,
Mhm.
I don't think he's had a bad showing with Cassiopeia yet. I think all the targeted bans against him and those assassin champs has actually been like a positive thing because he's like settled on his champion and it's been very, very effective. I think he should definitely stick with it and develop more.
Yeah, I agree. And I definitely think, yeah, I agree too, Pyro, that like I would rather do a Cassio ban than Irelia ban. Because Irelia, she's a fighter champ, and you can build a comp that, or you can have like a support and like, you know, summoner spell selection that can kind of mitigate fighter type stuff with like, you know, exhaust or whatever. You know, Locket can help a lot against somebody like Irelia. But Cassio, there's really no other analog. Like, she is like the quintessential like AP mid lane carry that can make you fight front to back. So, but oh, Highness, nice flash from High Noon to get away from that 1v3. Halo's returning fire though, lands the stun on the Maggie Wong, plus the depth charge though. They're just getting shredded up. This is the worst fight they could have picked up. Freestyles gets over the wall, he's burning. Volley's gonna fall just short, but this is gonna be the easy Earth Dragon for blue side.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Really, really nice. Good escape by High Noon to just know the perfect flash point of that wall, because there's a lot of face planting that happens on that particular wall when people try to flash over it.
Yeah, I think what we're starting to see here is that it's very important to build team comps that will do what you need them to do.
Mm-hmm.
There is, I said at the beginning, there's too much flexibility on the side of blue, and on red side, your only realistic win condition is either to stay even and get really late, where Yone and Ezreal and Chandra and turn into these monsters, or get fed.
Yeah.
Because you don't have. I mean, how do you slow stuff down? Maggie Wong can put down a ice field. Thresh can put his ultimate down, but there's no easy way to control these fights.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas on Halo's team, on King Fly's team, there are so many tools you have to control the pace of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
You have Ashe with the W, you have Kyoto with the Cloud, and Kyoto with the ground effect, the poison. And then you've got this just massive meatball of support in Nautilus, who can basically CC the entire enemy team just by smacking them once.
Yeah.
So I would say comfortably that Kyoto has improved a lot since his last tournament. And it's very difficult to say.
Yeah. I agree. I think like out of the tournaments, Kyoto and Troll have probably shown the most improvements since the last tournament. To see them like holding their own against like a lot of these like really heavy hitters is pretty awesome though. King Kublai lands the Sonic Wave. He is gonna go in though, insects Leaf back into the back line. But there's no follow-up though. Oh, he may have gone a little bit too far though. The snapback from Kishmak takes him straight into High Noon and Halo. Meanwhile, Kyoto is laying down tons of damage on the other side of the wall. Leaf is burning up. He's not going to get away. Hentai's going to clean up that kill, but he finds himself in a 1v3. Got help from his friends though. Everybody's here. Haymaker goes down. Hentai gets a huge shield. Suplexes right on the freestyles, but the slicing maelstrom is in. Meanwhile, Halo is able to free fire on Exodus that whole time. Exodus did not get a kill with that Kennen ultimate. That was a huge turn for that team. Yeah, they need that burst damage from Kennen, but yeah, it just was not there. Man. But yeah, like you said, like you know, the flexibility. One of the things that Nautilus is that like he's both an offensive peeler and a defensive peeler too. You know, having that freedom and that flexibility to either use that CC for initiate and allow Cassio to follow up with their own initiate, or just use it to peel the back line. Like that's you know, every member has something really strong to contribute to either like the defensive posturing or offensive posturing of their team on the blue side. So yeah, just a very well balanced comp. I think this is one of those compositions where I try to show people like, hey, like people like do we do a pick comp or do we do a team fight comp? Like, no, you want a balanced utility comp that where everybody has like a specific role to play, but also like contributes something to the overall goal of your team and can, you know, respond equally well. Like Nautilus is great for that, like peeling or engage. Same with Cassio. Like she's a good counter engager if somebody rushes her or if a group of people rushes her. Yeah, so a lot of freedom for blue team. Ease of execution, I think, are the compositions that we're seeing have the most success here in the tournament.
Yep.
Ooh, Sonic Wave into Insec. Serves Magiwang on a plate, but Kishmak gets the own ult. He snaps back, does not do a ton of damage though. Exodus, he does have Slicing Maelstrom, no flash though. Gonna back up until something more juicy shows itself, but this is a 5v4, so they may have to give this inner mid turret here. Man, and Kublai's, he's been making a lot of plays in this Lee Sin. Just feels like nowhere is safe when his Sonic Waves are landing. Yeah, ton of control. And yeah, they've had like just blue side is at an iron lock on the South River right since the start of the game. Gonna get their 4th dragon. They're gonna get a Mountain Soul before the 25-minute mark, so yeah, Kublai just running the table jungle style.
So can anyone explain the reasoning why the miasma grounds people?
Yeah, that's
It's poison.
It's poison.
I mean, I get it. Like,
you know, I
don't expect like Victor's like gravity field
yes, yeah, that
to
was,
like be a grounding effect, but
yeah,
it's not.
yeah, poison
There
is,
needs to be more of that stuff in the game, I think.
there does, yeah, yeah. What's that new Yordle's name that's gonna come out? Is Vex or something?
Vex.
Vex.
I don't want to hype it up because I don't even know if it's gonna be the kid. It's just rumors, man.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be cool. Yeah, there's not enough, but that is kind of weird. I think it's a slowing poison too. Like I think it has a slow effect on it, her miasma. So maybe it's got like a crippling mechanic.
You inhale it, and your nerves just aren't firing correctly.
Yeah.
It's a neurotoxin.
It's airborne neurotoxin,
yes,
which sounds
there you go.
freaking terrifying. Yeah. Yeah, some weapons grade stuff right there. But yeah, I think so Freestyles has his 2nd item now. But yeah, Red's gotta buy. They're down 6k, which is really tough because they Earth Soul has just been taken. Kishmak might try to all in a Halo. No, he's just gonna snap back. They're not gonna commit to anything. Yeah, Ezreal turns into a monster once he gets his 3rd item, but it's gonna be a little bit more time. Meanwhile, like Kyoto on Cassiopeia is working on his Zanyas. Probably is gonna have that in pretty short order, so they're ahead and the game is on a clock unless Freestyles can get like a lot of gold fast, but there's some bounties up on blue side, but it's just really tough because they are sticking together constantly. They're not giving any small fights over to the red team. High Noon supports,
Very coordinated.
yeah, yeah. Kishmak's gonna knock up on High Noon. Kishmak's gonna get CC'd, but the snapback is gonna make sure he's safe. And Kublai's not gonna go for that Sonic Wave follow. So the bait's gonna continue around the Baron. Red side has no vision into the pit, so
This has just been a clean game.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Really clean.
The draft was really good, well thought out. The way they've been rotating around the map has been good. The way they've been changing pressure.
Ooh, Kishmak gets a knock up on the King Kublai though, and in comes a Slicing Maelstrom. Oh my gosh, Leaf goes down. Kishmak is down though, and so... Oh my god, there's kills all over the place. King Kublai has gone down. High Noon support's gone down. Maggie Wong's trying to finish off Hentai. Flashes forward. Can't get the auto attack though. Freestyle's trying to land as much many mystic shots as he can while keeping himself safe. Ooh, Halo dashes forward. Kyoto's Cloud gets the double kill. Finishes Freestyles off. Exus is lurking around, but he's got no energy, no ultimate. Blue team is just going to clear the area up. They may continue to go for it. Okay, so they're going to resume Baron because they do still have Halo and Kyoto. Both carries do a ton of damage to the Baron, so Should be an easy take. We'll see. Oh, and all blue side is alive, so I'll be able to get the Baron buff here if it is secured.
It's just been a...
And that'll be Zonya's for Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Is a very that snake is a major problem for Maggie, for the freestyling team to figure out. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see where they can come back, because Halo's huge. Casio is huge. They're both 10,000 gold, and the closest on freestyling team is freestyle.
Yeah.
And he's at 9,400. He's 1,000 gold behind, and that's the closest.
Oof,
yeah. And unfortunately, I don't know if this is. Oh my god. I don't know if this is a circumstance where they just didn't have the champion pool to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Which could be.
Because the Thresh came first. Nautilus was still on the board when Thresh was picked. So I don't know if it was just Nautilus wasn't thought of, or if there's a specific reason they wanted Thresh. But Leona was banned, and my first thought was, okay, he'll play Nautilus, and then he picked Thresh. So yeah, it's definitely a big question in my mind what the strategy was on red side, because I've made mistakes in drafting. A certain fair champ game comes to mind where I drafted a team that had absolutely no D push potential. Major mistake, and what they basically did is they just ran the minion waves down our throats, and we couldn't do anything. But generally speaking, there's about 3 or 4 strategies you can take when it comes to team composition. You can do something like Juggernaut, which is very basically you have 4 supporting champions, and you're funneling all of your resources on protecting the ADC and trusting that he's just going to hard carry. You've got your team fight compositions, which is what King Kablai's team looks like right now, where you have a high level of CC control, utility, and are able to just kind of force something through. You have things like split push, which is where everyone knows it, where basically you just never leave the top lane, and you just apply pressure to the map, and then the force stack is just there to distract and keep the towers up. And then you have where basically your super late game comp, where you have 1 or 2 champions like Nasus, Vigard, Vayne, things like that, where the whole Bard, ironically enough, where the whole goal is you just stay alive long enough, and then the enemy team just can't deal with you.
Yeah.
Granted, these teams are kind of getting thrown together. Don't know if they have a ton of time to go super in depth in their the drafting strategies.
I agree with that, and maybe we should be giving them a little time before the match starts in order to think about this a little bit at this point in the tournament. Because when they picked, I want to say Yone was the 4th pick on freestyle side.
Yeah.
They basically forced Exodus into an AP champion unless they wanted to risk, basically the opposing team to turn it into a tank.
See the Elder Dragon just annihilating the red team. There's just so much damage coming out. You got the freaking late game damage from Casio, the Elder buff, and the Earth Soul giving them such huge shields, so just gigantic stat advantage. Man. Yeah, I think this definitely shows that Kyoto is tanking people, getting
Calling Exterminator snakes are a problem.
Snakes are a problem for sure. Nicely done, your side. Sweet.
Yeah,
so,
that was a clean ass game.
That was, yeah. Okay, so we are going to what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to let's check the damage charts real quick and see. what was going on with that.
Team members put in work.
Yeah, for real. Let's see. Let's
I
take a look.
realize Lee Sin does that much damage.
Oh man, yeah, he did a lot. Yeah, he did work. Yeah, Cassie at the top of the damage charts. Same with Ash, as to be expected. Yeah, third place though is Freestyles though, laying down a lot of damage. He did not get to that critical point that Ezreal needs to come online with his third item. So yeah, so we are going to get our second game up in a few minutes. So yeah, we're gonna mosey on back, kick it over to intermission, but we'll be back with a new lobby and game 2 shortly. Be right back.